From the dashboard, click on the interview icon. Select the campaign or the role. In this example, a number of candidates have been selected for interview. Multiple interview formats are supported. For this example, an initial round of telephone pre-screening interviews will be scheduled. These will be conducted by the campaign administrator, Rose Martin. To create a new interview round, click on Interview Rounds icon. Click on Add New. Because it is a telephone interview, determine if it will be the candidate or the recruiter who initiates the call. For this example, it will be the recruiter. Select the interview type, in this case, phone call to candidate. Continue. Accept the default, or enter an interview reference. Enter a description if required. The location can be left blank, as in this case it does not apply, although if it were a conference call, the location might be a meeting room. Set the planned duration of each telephone interview. Set the interval between each call. The interval should allow sufficient time to complete any post-interview write-ups. Enter the instructions for the interviewee. These are pre-filled by the system, depending on the interview type, and can be changed if necessary. Enter any internal notes. Check the time zone. Check the organizer. Select the guide. Select the script. Select the assessment. Click Save. OK. Configure the interview round by using the interview wizard. Click on the wizard icon. Step 1 is to select the interviewees. In this case, the interviewees option is already selected. Add candidates. Select the candidates for telephone interview. Click on Add Selected. OK. Continue. Step 2, click on Interviewers. Click on Edit. The campaign's recruitment personnel will be listed. For those participating in the interview, assign their interview role. Indicate if their attendance is required, preferable or optional. Those not assigned a role will be excluded from the interview setup. Click Save. OK. Step 3, click Prepare Time Slots. Those being interviewed will be displayed, as will those conducting the interview. Click on Add Time Slots. The interview defaults are obtained from the information entered when setting up the interview round. Click on the Start Date calendar. Select a date. Change the start time. Change the end time. Set the planned telephone interview duration and the interval between each call. If required, enter the maximum number of time slots to create. Indicate if the created time slots are to be made public or private. Click on Create Time Slots. OK. This has created 4 slots. Click on Date. Add a new date. Set the start and end time. Set the duration and interval. Click on Create Time Slots. OK. This creates a further 3 time slots, giving 7 time slots in total. Click End. OK. In this example, because the administrator is arranging the interviews, and will be the only interviewer, they are able to confirm their own availability. Click on Edit. It is assumed that the administrator, arranging the interviews, will be available for all the created time slots, but this can be changed if there are time slots that administrator cannot make. Click Save. OK. At the bottom of the display, the green metric indicates that 4 interview slots are required, and there are 3 spare. If the recruiter wanted to assign the time slots to the interviewees, they can do so by clicking on the Assign Time Slot to Interviewee icon. However, for this example, The interviewees will be invited to choose their own time slots. Because there are no other interviewers, steps 4 and 5 can on this occasion be skipped. Step 6, click on Invitations. Select All. To preview the invitation, click on the preview icon. Click on Send Invitations. OK. Confirmation as to the number of invitations sent is displayed. Continue. The display will be updated with a record of when the invitation was sent. If the process is repeated, sending the invitation again will be in the form of a reminder. Exit. The blue status dot indicates that invitations have been sent. Each selected candidate will receive an email containing instructions. Clicking on the email link will send them to the interview section. By inviting candidates to interview, this will give them the facility to initiate a chat. The applicant will click on the clock icon. Then click on Select. They will choose a time slot. The applicant can enter a message to the recruiter. The applicant's profile telephone number will be used, but should the applicant prefer the recruiter to use an alternative number, they can change the number displayed. The applicant can enter any additional information for the recruiter, such as access assistance requirements in the Info from Candidates section. They will click on Confirm Attendance, OK. When the candidate selects a time slot, an email confirmation will be sent to the interviewers and interviewees. Included with the email will be an ICS calendar attachment, to allow the appointment to be imported into each of the participants' electronic calendar. The candidate can now initiate a chat with the recruiter. Change the interview, by clicking on the Change icon. Or cancel the interview, by clicking on the Cancel Interview icon. A history of the interview arrangements will be compiled below. Exit. The interview status will turn green, to indicate it is confirmed. The recruiter's interview round summary display will show the number of available time slots, and the allocated number. Clicking on the planner will show the full status. The chat facility is available should the recruiter wish to communicate with any of the interviewees. The display will be updated each time the page is refreshed, or by clicking on the reload icon. At the bottom of the display, the metrics will show the number of candidates without an assigned time slot, and the number of spare time slots. The dashboard will provide a summary of scheduled interviews across all campaigns.